I had a crazy experience today at the nail salon.
Okay, what are you doing?
It actually wasn't even a nail salon. I wanted to try something different.
Okay.
And so I went to this, like, it was like one person, you know, she had her own business. She used to work at nail salons, and now she is running her own personal, like, private salon, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And not good.
Let's see.
Not good. I'm sorry, but
okay, well,
she did not do a good job.
There's a lot of drama going on with those nails.
Yeah, this is not what I asked for.
It's not typical of you.
No, it's not. You know, I like, for one, I don't like, well, we'll get into that later, but I don't like this style, I guess you could say. But yeah, I really wanted to, I had high hopes because I saw like amazing photos and things like that. And it made me question, I wasn't even sure if those were actually her photos or anything. Yeah.
That could have been the truth.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of people that are using other people's nail pictures.
Yeah, for
because
hers.
there's so many online. How do you actually know?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Right?
So
well, I guess you found
not
out
a good
the hard
experience. Not a good experience at all.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
so that must have been a
live with it
1-star
for
review.
Maybe 2 weeks. You know, I have never written a review on Google ever. Even if I've had like a bad experience or anything like that, even a good experience.
Okay.
I don't usually write reviews on Google. Today I had to do it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, but it was that bad. Yeah, I had to do
it.
it. I don't like to do that, especially when it's like a business owner, like a small business owner, and
I understand.
I like to
that.
support them, but it was a horrible experience, to be honest. It started off very good, but you know, at the end, she just kind of turned, and
Why?
it was
because you didn't like what you were getting?
because I kind of like said that this was not really what I thought it was going to be like. I was a little disappointed, and I felt like I was being gaslighted. Like my design was the reason why she didn't do a good job. So
she said she could do you showed her a picture, right?
Showed her a picture.
She said, I can do this. No problem.
Do it. No problem.
She started your nails. Yep. You saw that it was not looking like that.
Yeah. And see, I wanted to, because I know
she
I'm like,
blamed you?
Yeah. Like sometimes I'm like kind of picky. So I was like, okay, maybe this is just her process. Let me give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. You know, she was nice in the beginning.
Right.
We had a great
Sometimes you gotta wait and see. Okay, let me see.
Yeah. No, it was all good in the beginning. So I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. But it was bad.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah, so I got to live with it for 2 weeks. But
okay. Well,
yeah.
It works with your color thing today, at least.
Maybe.
I've been trying to do my own nails. They actually look not too good today. So
okay.
I didn't mean to start a podcast with my nails like this, but hopefully no one can really see the up close and personal. Mm-hmm. Next time they look good. So today we're going to
Stop. You missed your story. I was waiting for you to do your wash story.
We
talked too much about my story. We didn't talk about your story.
Okay, so my story. Okay, my story of the day is actually, okay, you know how I feel about bugs, right? I'm getting better.
Same way as I feel about bugs.
You're worse. She's worse. Like, she's way worse.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, so guess what? And you know this, right?
Yes.
So over the past, this is February. I don't know when you all are listening to this, but right now it is February. The beginning of February, kind of. Middle beginning.
It's middle of February.
I have so far found, flying in my house at least 5 times, 2 wasps almost every other day. There's like 2 wasps that show up in the same area. So, of course, what do you think I'm thinking?
Run.
Well, yeah, that's the first thing.
I'm thinking run.
You're thinking run. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's a nest somewhere in between the walls.
Gotta be, yeah.
Because I see them show up every other day, it seems like.
Right.
And there's 2. Like,
and it's
only
not
2
summer.
come out. And I'm like, what is this? And it's February.
Exactly.
Is
It's
this
not even
normal?
summer.
Is
So, no.
Okay, so I officially have a problem.
You do. But you need to fix it.
But I also don't like wasp, bees, whatever you want to call them, blackjacks. I don't know.
Blackjacks. Okay.
Anything flying with a stinger, I'm gone. I'm out.
Yes.
So, all right, we got to figure out how to get rid of them.
If this is your first video, if you don't know our faces, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Chris.
And this is our podcast called Perspectives. We like to talk a little bit about everything. And we always start our episodes with a drink of the day. We always have something different. All right. So, are you going to go first today?
You're going to be surprised today because I usually have something a little bit different and original.
Okay.
Guess what I have today?
What do you have today?
I just have some jasmine green tea.
Okay. Well, we were kind of thinking alike then because I have green tea as well.
You got that one today.
Yes, I have. This is an iced. It's sweetened. You know, I like sweet tea.
I do.
So this is an iced green tea. That's sweetened.
So
we kind of have the same thing.
So we're on the same wavelength with green tea today. Mine's jasmine.
So
yours is cold. Mine's hot.
Yes.
All good.
So we're actually going to do a new segment today. We're going to talk about the things that we give a green light to and the things that we give a red light to.
Okay. We are going to do this. All right. So you go first.
Okay. You want me to go first?
I do.
So
what's the green light? Well, you tell me. Do you have a green light?
So I'm going to just say something and then you say green or red.
All right.
Green or red light. Okay.
Tell me.
Monochrome outfits.
Green light.
Green light?
Yeah.
Green light for me too.
Okay,
I like monochrome outfits.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't have one on today.
cute.
You don't have one on today. But
I'm
I think monochrome
kind of
outfits-
liking that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally a green light from me.
yeah, definitely like.
Yeah, we don't have
monochrome
it
outfits.
today.
No, we don't have it
We're
today.
gonna start doing that. I think that
I
might
did
be
it
cool.
last time actually.
Let's do it
The
next
copper.
time.
Yes, so
All
I
right.
love monochrome outfits. So that's a green light for me.
Okay.
What about you? What is the topic?
All right, I'm kind of wearing them today.
Okay.
These are not the best representation, but cargo pants.
Not for me. Sorry, that's not for me.
Here's the thing. I saw I think it was an article in the New York Post online.
Okay.
And I was so happy. Okay, everybody, I love cargo pants, like a nice pair of cargo pants. It doesn't matter if you agree with me or not. To me, that's my green light. And the article actually said 2023 cargo pants are coming back.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't be wearing them, but
So you will
wear
see
them.
me picking up some new cargo pants. I'm sure
okay.
they have them in different styles now. They're not the ones from like 2002.
I don't know.
Like,
There's just
remember
something,
those?
I just don't like cargo pants. You know, it's just like they're weird. Like, how do you style them? Like,
I
what
just
kind of outfit do
love
you make?
a
I don't know. I
cargo
just
pant.
don't. Not for
I
me.
just do. I just do.
Not for me. Not for me.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because I have short legs.
Okay, I'm short too.
I don't know. I just
Okay.
Look, I just like
Okay.
cargo pants.
You
Okay.
can wear your cargo pants.
Yes, I will be.
Okay, let me do another one. Movie premieres,
Like,
like movie theater, like movie premieres.
I'm gonna give it a red light.
I think a red
because
light for me,
I'm kind
too.
of tired of those things.
I just think also like now I just feel like they should offer streaming as an option, even if you have to pay
Absolutely.
for it. You
Yeah.
know, because if you really want to see like a new movie or something that's coming out, I don't feel like you have to like you should be forced to go into the theater to see it. You know, you
I
should be able to
agree.
pay like for all movies. I know some movies like allow streaming when they're new or anything like that, but I think having the option just going forward.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
it's a good idea.
I just think that, after that whole COVID era that we just had,
Mm-hmm.
the 2 years, 3 years for some, maybe still existing for others, but I mean, it's still here. I'm not going to make light of it.
Yeah, but,
the fact is that, coming from shutdown and everything kind of changed and so many businesses changed.
Mm-hmm.
I agree that, let me see the movie at home if I want to.
yeah, exactly.
And I'll pay for it because sometimes I'm just more comfortable at
Right.
home. Right?
Exactly.
Some people have home theaters now. Like I know so many people have built their own home theaters. Like during COVID, they were redoing kitchens, they were redoing everything. So we've kind of made our home into, these comfortable environments where we were watching movies before like that. Like they were
Right.
feeding us all kind of great movies back then, right?
Right.
Why
So
do we have to
definitely
go
red
back
light
to
for
the
you.
theater? Now,
Yes,
I
definitely
get
red
it.
light
It's
for
a
you.
big business and, I understand that. But I do think we should have a choice.
Right.
Nowadays,
I think
it's
we should have a
2023.
choice. Yeah.
Why
so
go back?
What's your next one?
Okay. So as I was just talking about things moving forward after, how COVID was and things, businesses changed.
Right.
So green light or red light,
Okay.
the secure 8 to 5 job.
Yellow light. Can I
Okay.
get yellow light?
Well,
I think it just depends, to be honest. I think it just depends on the person.
okay, tell me why.
Maybe some people operate better with that and some people
Okay.
don't. So I think it could be a yellow light, just kind of depends on who you are, what you want,
Well,
works
here's
for
what
you.
I say. I say red light for that because I think now also after COVID is with Uber, with what's the other one?
Like delivery services,
All the
like
delivery
DoorDash,
yeah,
Grubhub.
DoorDash, even online, like when you can hire your admin. There's so many things you can just do, like with contracted workers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just feeling like, yes, 8 to 5 is great for some people,
Right.
but I do feel like it's kind of dying out. I mean, there's so much with AI now. There's
I
so
do
much
agree.
with,
Yeah.
people that are kind of being replaced by robots.
And I do agree that the typical 8 to 5 in terms of like the salary, I don't know if it's sufficient nowadays.
Well, I
with
think
everything,
it's also
cost
not as
rising.
secure as what people think it is.
Yeah.
People say that's a secure job, but it's 8 to 5 is not necessarily a secure job. And we
Mm-hmm.
are now entering what some are deeming the multi-gig
Uh-huh.
generation. So many people have different jobs, even if
Side
you do have an 8 to
hustles, all
5,
that.
side hustle,
Yeah.
multi-hustle,
Yeah.
so there's so many people that are doing that now that I do think it's going to change in the future. And I
Okay.
believe 2023, as we're in it right now, we're starting to see we're in the middle of this transition. Sometimes we don't realize these transitions until it's like we're way beyond it. We're like, oh yeah, remember that 8 to 5? Remember
Right.
we used to always try to send out our
Right.
resume and get that job. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I think that we are now embracing the multi-gig, era right
Okay.
now. So
Now let me tell you my last one.
Oh, okay, got one more. Okay.
Yeah, I got one more. Long nails.
Well, I know you're going to give it a red light because
Red light.
I remember you saying you were
Because I
telling her
asked for
those
these
are
long
too
nails.
long.
Yeah, she
and
told me just wait, just be patient. I waited. I was patient.
you asked her to cut them down.
I did.
And
I
this is-
I
let me
just
see
I
again.
like them to be shorter. I
okay.
don't know. I feel like short nails. They're in. I just
Short,
like them.
classy, clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
like long nails. So
Yeah.
red light for me, definitely.
I'm kind of in the middle.
Okay. I think you like long nails.
I can't function with them though.
Yeah.
Like so if I'm using my computer, it's just it's a red light there. But I mean, I like the way they look, especially if you're going out, you've got something nice, you know what I mean? But so I'm kind of in the middle. So I'm going to give it a yellow, just like how you took a yellow too.
Okay. Well, we are going to be talking about a little business story today.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, we have a business story. This happened a few years ago. I actually have a business that I run. It's a cookie business, and I've had some various opportunities throughout my time as an entrepreneur. So it's a very interesting story.
I need to interrupt you for a second just to kind of do the setup. So in case you don't know, Jordan has actually been in business since the age of 8 years old.
Yeah, I've been in business
She's been
since
an entrepreneur.
8. I've been an entrepreneur.
So that is about how many years now?
Yeah,
not really trying to tell your age, but you are super young still.
Over a decade. So, I've been able to, work with a lot of customers, a lot of clients, corporate clients.
Yeah.
I've spoken to different audiences about running a business. So, that's some of my, some of my experience as a business owner. And I have some interesting stories.
You have a lot of stories.
Being in business for over a decade, I definitely have some interesting stories. So we're definitely going to share a lot of those on this podcast.
We definitely have to, because some of them are super funny, especially when you look like hindsight and you like those stories you have in the rain. I mean, she sells cookies, so
yeah.
We've got all kinds of stories, but today you're talking about the one where we traveled together, right? Remember that one? Okay.
Yes, and this is going to tie into a little bit of the mindset piece that we like to talk about. So, okay, let's go back a couple of years. Actually, I'd say it was 5 or 6 years ago? Something. It's been a while, but
probably about 5 years.
Yes,
6 years ago.
So I was part of this club in high school where it was like a business club, and they had a lot of, partners and associations. So organizations, schools, and things like that. So a while later, I got this email, and it was from this random guy, and he emailed me and said, I heard about you from this organization. I heard a little bit about what you do. We have this conference coming up at our university, our school, our college, and we would like you to fly out to Laramie, Wyoming. I didn't know where Laramie was at the time, but they wanted me to fly out to Laramie and speak to a lot of the people that they had at the conference, as well as their teachers. Yeah, it was it was like an entrepreneur summit or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. So at first I didn't think it was a legit email. I was like, okay, I don't know if this is real, whatever. So, I'm emailing him back and forth, and I'm like, okay, I think this is real. I think this is would be a great opportunity. And so I was like, okay, I never imagined myself going to Wyoming, especially Laramie. I had to look it up on the map.
I think we both did. We were like, I know you came to me and you said, hey, so there's this thing. I got an email about going to Laramie. And I was like, what's Laramie? Where is that?
Yeah. And this was around the time I'm still in high school.
You're still in high school.
And so I'm like,
who's emailing you?
Okay, so this random guy wants me to fly out halfway across the country to speak at this conference. So I was like, I don't know. So
it was a little suspicious.
Yes, but it was actually 100% genuine.
Legit.
And so we actually went together, because I didn't want to go to Wyoming by myself.
Yes, I was not letting you go fly over to Wyoming by yourself.
Yeah, I didn't want to go by myself. So we both went together. So they booked us, the plane, the hotel, everything, accommodations. So we get, to our plane at, our airport, our normal airport, and we're flying, and we had to make a stop in Denver before going to Wyoming. And so we get to Denver, and then we get on this little plane.
Yeah.
And that little plane took us to this little town in
little
Wyoming.
propellers on the plane.
Yeah.
That was your first time experiencing that, right?
Yeah, it was the smallest plane that I've
Wait, did you mention it was at night?
Oh, yeah, this was at night. So pitch black. Can't see anything.
Yeah.
And we're flying to this small little town in Wyoming.
It felt like there was maybe about 10 people on that plane with us?
Yes, literally.
Max?
Maybe not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the smallest plane I've ever seen. So we fly there, we land a little while later, and, we're getting off the plane. We're used to kind of maybe bigger airports, so we're thinking okay, we're going to have to go. We're going to...
Well, you're saying we're used to it. We had no clue. Remember?
Yeah. But I mean, we're used to that, so we assumed that when we got there, it was going to be an airport.
Right.
So, yeah.
So
we get
I remember
there.
we got off.
Yes.
And we're rushing because the guy was supposed to come pick us up, right?
Yeah, he said he was going to come pick us up. So we were like, okay, we probably have to go and find our bags. We're going to try to, be in the right spot. So when he comes, we're there, we're ready. So we get off the plane, and, usually I think at our, a typical airport, you have the automatic, what do you call it? The
little conveyor belt.
Yeah, the conveyor belt to, bring your suitcase around. They don't have that.
Right. From what I remember, I think we were waiting inside. We got out the plane. We had to literally walk off the plane, go inside the building. But because it was so dark, we really didn't even have perspective as to how big or how small the building was. And I remember we walked in, and we're like, okay, when are these bags coming? It's a small plane. It was only 10 of us.
I think
it took a while.
No, we even walked. I think we walked all the way out the building, and then we came back in because we thought there were different sections.
No, that was afterwards, because then they loaded the bags, and we got our bag. I remember I was rushing. I was like, come on, let's go, Jordan. Let's get to this airport.
But it was just a guy.
I mean, get get to the hotel.
It was just a guy.
It was one guy
just
throwing the bags in
bags,
there.
like,
And we
yeah.
found ours, which it wasn't hard because there was
Right.
only like 10 of us. And then we, I remember I was like, all right, well, let's go find, I forgot his name, but
Yeah.
so let's go find him because he's
Yeah.
probably been waiting. I'm like, okay, I think the plane was a little
so
delayed.
I think that's the point where we thought there were different sections of the
Right.
airport. So we're like, okay, let's go into
That
you
was
know,
the point.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we were kind of rushing and I was
Yeah.
like, come on, and here I
Yeah.
am. I'm her mom. And I'm like saying, let's go. We got to go. And she's just following along. And so we're going around, we're pulling the luggage. And I'm like looking for, what is it like where they say where there's,
I think,
because was there Uber back then?
well, not just Uber.
But it was like the taxi area. Well,
Yeah,
where's
we
the taxi
thought there
area?
would be, like, an area
Where's the
for
pickup
that.
area? Where do we
Yeah,
go?
yeah.
And so I remember I pushed open the door and I was walking out. Literally, I walked out and it was pitch black outside. There were like
nothing.
There was maybe
Nothing.
one light over the door.
Yeah.
And I
Like,
looked out and I was like, oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
was like, where's the rest of the airport? Like
Yeah.
I literally, that totally took me off guard.
Yeah.
And I'm not exaggerating. This was like a very small
like a box. It was like a box.
building.
Like,
That was the airport.
yeah. And so we're like, okay.
So I
go
remember I went
back.
out and I was kind of embarrassed because, I'm trying to rush and I had
And I think
my little
everybody was
New
kind
York
of looking
vibe
at
and
us.
everything.
Yeah, they were looking
we
at
didn't fit
us.
in, Jordan. I don't think we fit in Laramie right there. So
No.
yes, we had a lot of
We
looks.
definitely stood out.
Yeah. And
so yeah, we walked back in. So I called the guy. He said he was running late. Because at first we were like,
it's
is he
kind of a
coming?
humbling moment though.
Yeah, we were like, is he coming?
I was
Like,
like-
was this a scam? Like,
Wait, I remember that.
yeah. And so we called the guy and he's like, we're coming. But, as we're waiting, everybody started to leave.
Right.
They're starting to
Remember
leave
that.
the airport. So
Yep.
it's just kind of getting down to us.
Yep.
So this lady comes up to us and she's like, are you guys okay? Like, do you need anything?
Yeah.
And we're like, I think we're good. Like, I think
We're
somebody's
like, yeah,
coming.
we think he's coming.
Yeah. So we were waiting.
But no, she asked us that because she said, well, I can tell you're not from around here. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember that. She says,
Yeah.
and the airport's about to
Close.
close.
And there's nothing out here.
And there's no cars, no
Yeah.
taxis, no Ubers, no anything. She's like, so I want to make sure you guys have somebody to pick you up.
Yeah. So
And at
we're
that point,
like,
I was kind of panicking because I was like, Jordan, are you sure this guy is legit?
Yeah.
Like, did we not go through all, of course, I
Yeah.
like to cross my T's, dot my I's.
and even if he did
And I
come, we
thought
get in
we
this
did.
car and it's like nothing out here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we were a little stressed.
Yeah, we're a little stressed.
Yeah. So he came. Very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Yes.
Oh
so
my
it made
gosh.
us a little bit, calmer.
That helped out.
Definitely.
Great personality.
Great conversation.
Very warm and
Yeah,
welcoming.
it was a good initial conversation. He was telling us a little bit about, the next couple of days, what
Yeah.
to expect. He drove us to the hotel.
Yep.
It was a good
And it was
hotel.
fine. Yeah.
It was
Small
good.
town, but it was a nice
Yeah.
hotel.
Yeah. So the next few days, they would come and pick us up and, we would go around to the different events. And I was able to speak to a lot of different people, different groups that were attending the event, the conference. And it was actually a really, really cool.
It was really nice.
Yeah, it was really, really
It
cool.
was at the
event.
university out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, a
It was
great experience.
Great turnout. I mean,
Yeah.
I was super proud of you because I think that was one of the bigger events that you've done. And you were able to, you spoke well. Everybody was coming up to you and asking you questions. I was just proud mama. I was proud mama. I was standing there. I was like, that's my daughter. Yes, that's my daughter.
And we were glad everything worked out.
We were so glad everything
yeah.
worked out.
So, that was just kind of like an interesting story, interesting
Not only
event that happened
you
to
made,
us.
you made some great connections.
Yeah, great connections.
I think
Yeah.
it was just overall, when you look at that experience, I think that was one of the highlights.
Yeah.
Because for one, it was like something different.
Right.
You stepped out. We both stepped out on fear. Like we were a little fearful.
Yeah, that's what we kind of wanted to talk about in terms
Yeah,
of
exactly.
mindset, a little mindset tip, because there's a little element of fear in this whole situation.
Yeah.
Random guy messaging you, random guy flying you out,
Yeah.
two little black girls in the middle of Wyoming,
Yeah.
that was a different
Small
experience.
town. Yeah.
Small
Small town airport.
But it was just the complete opposite of what we expected. Great experience, great people, actually.
Great people, great network.
Yeah,
It
just
was
a great
fun.
town, to be honest. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever been in a small town like that.
Yeah, because then even afterwards,
Yeah.
they took us out.
Yeah.
He and his then fiance.
No, it wasn't
Wasn't
his
it?
fiance. It was another lady. So they were both getting married at this around the same
Oh,
time.
that's right,
But they
that's
were
right.
getting married to different people.
Okay,
yeah.
I remember that. Okay, yeah.
So they both, were able to show us around the town.
That was nice. I mean, they took
yeah,
the
it
time
was
out
really
just to kind of
cool.
show us that small town. But it was so
Yeah.
quaint and it was nice and
Yeah.
they were welcoming.
Yeah.
And I mean, we didn't feel like we didn't belong.
Yeah,
at that
it was
point.
such a great experience.
Yeah.
We weren't worried after that initial day, and yeah, it was just a great time. I really enjoyed actually going to that event, even just seeing some of the other people that were there, the other speakers, the other group activities, things that they were doing at the university. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So I think we just kind of wanted to talk about that because in business there's always going to be opportunities that are presented to you. Some are good opportunities, some are bad opportunities, but all are learning lessons. But I think one of the most important things is to not be scared to step into those opportunities. Step out
Yeah.
in faith. And yes, definitely, survey, your land and all that stuff. But
check things out.
Yeah, check things out. Make sure everything is good.
Yeah,
as much as you can.
Your gut is telling you something. Sometimes follow your gut. You know when things don't feel right, and that's when you should really just check into it.
Yeah.
However, don't allow fear to pull you away from opportunities. And I think, sometimes, especially when you own a business, right? There's so many things that can come to us and come at us that we might be like, well, I don't know, I might want to do this, or, we're not sure.
Play it safe.
Exactly. We'll have a plan to do this. I don't know if I want to do that. And sometimes it's those opportunities that come to us where we're like, I'm not sure.
Right.
To take that risk, because without taking those risks or taking the fear out of that moment and saying, you know what, this really is an opportunity. This is not something I should be fearful of. And even if you are fearful, keep going. Like, take the step out, because that's how we stretch and that's how we grow.
It gets you out of your comfort zone,
Exactly. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And if you're going to move forward in life and go somewhere, with your, especially if you have a business, but in anything you do, like in your personal life as well. I mean,
and it all starts with kind of like reframing your thoughts about it, thinking a little bit more positively, taking those small steps. So maybe it's not, going to going to another state all the way across the country.
Exactly.
But maybe it's just like a smaller step, leading up to going across the country or something. But you know what I'm saying?
Maybe you'll go to Laramie one day.
Yeah, maybe. Great job.
Exactly. But also to just make sure that you have support. I mean, for you had the support of me, and you had the support of, dad and family and everybody. And we all kind of surveyed the land, like you were saying earlier.
And also just like visualize everything going good. Visualize your success. Don't visualize the worst. Don't think about the negatives.
Yes, exactly. Don't visualize the failure.
Think that everything is going to go okay. Going to be okay for you.
Yeah. Which you did. I mean, you had such a great outlook on, what it was. You had no idea what you were walking into.
Right.
But you handled it with grace. You walked in, you did your presentation, and you were just comfortable being who you were and presenting your business the way you would normally present it, no matter like if you were back at home presenting it or if you were somewhere else across the world. You went in, you knew who you were, you did it with confidence, you spoke about your business, and that actually brought more people. They were more attracted to knowing more about you and coming up afterwards and saying, oh, well, tell me a little bit more. Oh, we might want to partner with you. Or, just because of the way you entered it with that mindset of, hey, I'm here. This is what we're doing.
And sometimes that's all it takes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it was a great experience. We walked away, with some great connections. And then we missed our plane.
Coming home.
Yeah, we missed our plane.
Story, right?
Yeah, we did miss our. Okay, so we got on the first plane.
Our fault.
No.
Yeah.
So cons to a small town, missing your plane. But no, it wasn't our fault. We got on the first flight, which had to go to Denver before we could, go back. And as we were landing, and then what is it, like taxiing?
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Taxiing on the tarmac.
Yeah. We saw our plane moving.
Like, we knew we were pushing it, but then when we actually saw the plane,
no chance.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. So we were stuck in Denver. We were stuck in Denver. But it was just a great experience.
And that was our first time there.
Yeah, first time there.
We got to see the mountains, which were absolutely gorgeous. They were beautiful. We have to go back.
We have some family friends out there, but we didn't have enough time to kind of visit them. But no, it was really cool and great experience. We just wanted to share that story with you guys.
We actually ended up staying in that hotel that was in the airport,
like near the airport. That was a weird hotel.
It was an airport.
Weird hotel.
Had like inside the airport. Yeah, it had a waterfall. And it was
looked like Christmas.
That was a crazy experience.
Summer. Yeah, that was weird.
But all in all, we got home. It was a great experience for you. It's a great experience to expand, your business. And, I think that was, especially at that age, like being in high school, to be able to have that, I think that was that was a big point for you,
Yeah. So we just wanted to share that. Let us know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this episode today. Exactly. Let us know. Do you have any red lights, green lights? What do you like? Yellow lights? Do you agree with ours? Yeah. Do you agree with ours? Don't agree with ours? Let us know. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this little episode. Watch our other episodes if you haven't. And make sure you subscribe so you can join our family. And what would you like to say?
No, that's it. Just if you haven't subscribed yet, just feel free to subscribe. We would love to know who you are and just see, how you're liking our episodes. If you have any ideas for things that you want us to chat about or have some questions about some episodes that we've done in the past, we can always talk that up again too, right? We can chat all day.
Definitely. So make sure you check them out and we will see you soon.
See you in the next episode.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.